But really, I definitely admire the quest the world wakes. You know, it really depicts Gelinor tumultuous period where times are changing. And I mean, nothing stays the same, for better or for worse.
Yeah. It starts to get into the wilderness. I think it was originally a place called 4 in 3. Jamie, can we bring that up? Yeah, beautiful place.
Yeah, and well, you know, that the God Wars is really his grand epic, but at its core, from Guthix's perspective, it's truly just travesty and anguish. Guthix, being a bit of young man himself at the time, never wished for power. But really, I find that paralleled with Zanuck. You remember Zanuck?
Oh, yeah, of course. Zanuck, the cave goblin from, what was it, Dorgesh Khan. It's interesting you note the parallels. I've never thought about it that way, really.
Well, when you really start thinking about it, you know, you've got two naive young beings. They sort of, you know, enter this new world. There are those who help, like the player, for example, and there are those who undermine her at every step, like Sigmund in the leftist radical group Humans Against Monsters. So Zanuck learns more about who she is and who her people are, the goblins. We learn a lot about their history and how the war god, Bandos, created them for war. But this goes contrary to Zanuck and her people's culture, as they've left conflict behind. And in fact, Zanuck is rather disturbed that surface goblins seem to always gravitate towards just violence.
Yeah, the Humans Against Monsters group, they're the dudes who dress in pink. Well, I guess it's more of a magenta. I mean, can you say they're all in the wrong for wanting to protect people from monsters?
Well, that's just it, isn't it? Are they truly motivated to save people from monsters? Or are they a radical group who uses their position as supposed do-gooders to supplant Duke Horatio, the ruler of Lumbridge? Furthermore, even if most Ham members were just trying to good things, their leader, Sigmund, is certainly using the group size and power for their own political agenda. You know, where do we draw the line? It certainly seems like most of them just use it as an outlet for their racism against groups they don't like. They do this and get away with it until some point in the quest line, and yet beseech that they are the ones who are oppressed.
Yeah. Well, it's just that I think the Ham group's roots with Ceratomen can actually be traced further back, since many monsters weren't on the side of Ceratomen during the God Wars. So if I'm not mistaken, Zanuck becomes chosen by Bandos to be, you know, his general, the new leader in his army to conquer worlds. Why exactly do you think that Bandos would choose someone from a group of goblins that don't ever fight?
I think it's for several reasons. For one, Zanuck is very strong, she's cunning, and she's shown propensity for ranged combat. I don't think Bandos has faith in leaders like the ones in, let's say, Goblin Village. General Bentnose isn't exactly a master tactician, but I think it goes much deeper than that, in that Bandos knows full well about the tribe of Dorgesh Khan who've gone into hiding. You know, at all times he feels the presence of these lesser beings, let's say. And I think the ultimate tragedy of a character like Zanuck is that her peaceful, friendly nature is put into contest by the almighty pull of Bandos. She sort of has two options which lead to some of the same ends, you know, follow through with Bandos's will and lead through strife and war, or grow more jaded and mature enough to combat Bandos yourself. Either way, by the end of the journey, Zanuck cannot be the same naive explorer she once was. She's completely evolved by the end of it.
Honestly, I think all of it might just be a metaphor for RuneScape itself at the point. I mean, RuneScape 3, talk about wasted potential. Now look, I actually really like what RuneScape 3 did at launch. I know it's the unpopular opinion, but I think that about 2011 to 2013 had some fantastic content for the game. One piercing note, Stolen Hearts. They even remade the Rune Mysteries quest, which absolutely nailed it, I think.
I think RuneScape 3 is unfairly criticized, but you can't say that on the internet or else Reddit will come after you. But RuneScape 3 is basically worthless today. Look at this. They released new quests with the tagline, partially voiced acted. What the bloody hell does that even mean? Did you know about this?
No, I did not know about that.
They got an actor in the booth and they only gave them some of the script? Bloody unbelievable.
Partially voice acted? We don't get cinematics either, though. That I did know. I get illustrations still of the concept art, and they call it a day. Yeah, it's a complete sham. Don't even get me started on the holiday events. They've been recycling the same holiday events for the last 3 years now. I'm convinced that nobody actually works at Jagex, and that it's just a machine that recycles the same updates on a calendar loop.
No, nobody does. Not a single human works on RuneScape 3, and it's really just a disappointment. It doesn't make me angry anymore, just utterly sad and broken inside, realizing that my favorite game is just a walking corpse. Can't voice act a quest, but they sure as hell made time to put pride flags in the game.
Oh my god, really? Jamie, pull that up. Oh, would you just look at that?
Yeah, I'm really just at a loss for words at this point. This is what liberals have done to this once marvelous game.